Birth date quiz. The universe wrote your personality in the stars the moment you were born. Did you know that your birth date isn't just a calendar mark? It's a sacred code, infused with cosmic energy, silently carrying the essence of your soul's purpose, destiny, and true nature. There are no coincidences. The day you came into this world, the season, the time, it was all part of the divine design. Each number and season is part of the language of the universe, whispering truths you may have forgotten. This spiritual quiz invites you to go within and listen to your intuition. Let it guide your answers and help you remember the soul path you've walked for lifetimes. How to begin. After each question, take 5 seconds to feel your answer from within. Write down the points for each answer. You'll need your total score at the end to unlock your cosmic insight. Question 1. When were you born? A. January, March. B. April, June. C. July, September. D. October, December. Spiritual score. A. 40 points, the energy of pioneers and awakenings. B. 30 points, growth, inner change. C. 20 points, emotional depth, inner light. D. 10 points, wisdom, maturity, soul connection. Question 2. Which season do you feel most connected to? A. Summer. B. Spring. C. Winter. D. Autumn. Spiritual score. A. 20 points, fire, passion, movement. B. 30 points, rebirth, inner clarity. C. 40 points, spiritual depth, stillness. D. 10 points, sacred memory, ancestral wisdom. Question 3. What is your birth date? A. 1st, 8th, B. 9th, 17th, C. 18th, 25th, D. 26th, 31st. Spiritual score. A. 10 points, action takers. B. 40 points, spiritual guides. C. 30 points, feelers and empaths. D. 20 points, steady builders. Question 4. What time of day were you born? A. Midnight to 7 a.m. B. 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. C. 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. D. 9 p.m. Midnight. Spiritual score. A. 40 points, light bearers, born from the quiet. B. 20 points, sunborn, radiant energy. C. 10 points, seekers of experience. D. 30 points, intuitive, dream-connected souls. Question 5. Which spiritual trait best describes you? A. Deep reflection. B. Creative energy. C. Pure joy. D. Inner discipline. Spiritual score. A. 40 points, inner wisdom and soul vision. B. 20 points, channelers of divine inspiration. C. 30 points, joy is your spiritual compass. D. 10 points, sacred structure and spiritual grounding. Question 6. Which colors resonate most with your energy? A. Yellow and orange. B. Green and blue. C. Pink and red. D. Black and white. Spiritual score. A. 10 points, fire and vitality. B. 20 points, healing and harmony. C. 30 points, love and passion. D. 40 points, duality, balance and spiritual neutrality. Question 7. Which spiritual animal do you connect with? A. Fox, clever and adaptable. B. Wolf, leader and protector. C. Dolphin, joyful and healing. D. Deer, gentle and compassionate. Spiritual score. A. 10 points. B. 40 points. C. 20 points. D. 30 points. Now take 10 seconds to calculate your total score. Ready? Let the universe reveal your soul's essence. Now that you've totaled your score, it's time to unlock the spiritual message hidden within your birth energy. Each range carries a unique soul path, a whisper from the universe, guiding you back to who you truly are. Let's begin. If you scored between 70 and 110, the warrior soul, You are not just an ordinary being who happened to be born into this world by chance. You are a warrior soul, sent into this life with a higher purpose, a sacred flame within you that urges you forward, no matter how difficult the path may be. Deep inside, you carry a rare and powerful energy, not one of physical force, but of unyielding willpower, inner resilience, and unwavering belief in your chosen direction. From an early age, you may have felt that you were meant to do something greater. Life might have tested you with painful lessons, inner wounds, or phases of deep loneliness, not to punish you, but to temper your spirit, to mold you into the spiritual warrior you were destined to become. But this very warrior energy also carries with it a shadow, the tendency toward anger, the desire to resist, to fight, to protect. You might be quick to react, fiercely honest and passionate, to the point of unintentionally hurting others. And that, dear soul, is one of your greatest spiritual lessons in this lifetime, to release anger, to soften your heart, and to let love in. A true warrior is not one who always charges into battle, but one who knows when to fight and when to be still. You are being called to learn how to balance the fire within you, not to extinguish it, but to let it become a guiding light instead of a raging flame. You have a natural leadership energy, but if not balanced with compassion, it can turn into control, perfectionism, and harshness toward others and toward yourself. Your soul longs for softness, forgiveness, for the ability to let go, to breathe deeply, to move forward without carrying the weight of past wounds. When you begin to walk in harmony, bridging your strength with your kindness, your drive with your awareness, your intensity with peace, you will unlock a power within you that knows no bounds. That's when you evolve into not just a fighter, but a spiritually awakened warrior, one who no longer needs armor, because your presence alone radiates strength and wisdom. Others will be drawn to you for your clarity, your grounded energy, your courage. But remember this, before you can heal or lead others, you must first learn to heal yourself. Not by forcing yourself to be strong all the time, but by having the courage to be vulnerable, to cry, to feel, to ask for love, to forgive yourself for being human. Spend time in nature, meditate in stillness, observe your breath. These sacred moments will reconnect you with your highest truth, reminding you that the greatest strength lies in your ability to be still, to be open, and to love without condition. This is the essence of a true spiritual warrior. If you scored between 120 and 150, the free spirit, your soul dances like sunlight on water, effortless, radiant, and full of playful wonder. You came into this world not to follow a rigid path, but to explore, to feel, to create, and to awaken joy in places where it had long been forgotten. You are what the universe sends to lift vibrations. Where others see structure, you see possibilities. Where some seek control, you seek freedom, not just for yourself, but for all beings you encounter. Your spirit is unbound, a breeze that cannot be tamed, a melody that refuses to be caged. You have a natural affinity for beauty, imagination, and spontaneity. Whether it's through art, music, ideas, laughter, or simply your presence, you possess a rare ability to spark joy in others, often without even trying. People feel lighter in your company. They breathe deeper. They feel alive again. That is your gift. But this beautiful lightness of being also makes you deeply sensitive. You don't just witness emotions, you absorb them. You feel what others don't say. You notice the smallest shifts in energy. And while this makes you profoundly empathetic, it can also leave you feeling unanchored, scattered, or emotionally drained if you're not careful. Because you feel so much, you may at times struggle with decision-making. You can be swayed by others' opinions, pulled by conflicting desires, or unsure which voice inside is truly yours. That's why one of your great spiritual lessons is to learn to trust your inner voice, the whisper of your soul that always knows the way home. The universe is inviting you to embrace joy not just as a feeling, but as a healing force. Joy is not superficial. It is a high vibration, a frequency of love. When you allow yourself to live from a place of childlike wonder, to laugh freely, create playfully, and love without fear, you begin to heal not only yourself, but everyone around you. At times, the world may label you as too much, too emotional, too scattered, too dreamy. But that's only because the world has forgotten the power of presence, of feeling, of flow. You are here to remind others that life is not a checklist. It is an experience. Your existence is a celebration of that truth. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to settle down or shrink yourself to fit in. What you need is space to expand, to breathe, and to be surrounded by those who honor your light without trying to contain it. Meditation, nature walks, dance, creativity, journaling. These are the sacred tools that help you return to center. They are not luxuries. They are your medicine. When you live in tune with your intuitive heart, when you stop chasing approval and start listening to your soul's laughter, you become unstoppable. Not because you push, but because you flow. Not because you strive, but because you shine. You are not here to fix the world. You are here to light it up. So keep dancing, free spirit. The universe is smiling through you. If you scored between 160 and 210, the Lightbringer. There are souls who walk quietly in this world, yet everywhere they go, light follows. If you scored in this range, know this: you are one of them. You may not realize it yet, you may even doubt it, but within you lies the spark of a guide, a healer, a messenger of light. You carry the energy of someone born to uplift others, to awaken something sacred within them, simply by being who you are. Your presence is not loud, but it is powerful. Your words may be few, but when you speak from the heart, they carry a wisdom far beyond your years, the voice of a soul that has walked through lifetimes of learning, of service, and of silent growth. You are what some would call a Lightbringer, not because you try to be, but because it is woven into your soul's blueprint. People are drawn to you, often without knowing why. They feel safe with you. They feel seen. They feel hopeful. That is your gift. But here's the truth most Lightbringers must face. It can be lonely at the top of the mountain. You may often feel like the strong one in every room, the one who listens, the one who understands, the one who holds space for others. And yet, who holds that space for you? That's why your greatest source of power is not found in the outer world, but in the inner world, in stillness, solitude, silence, and sacred connection with nature. You recharge in the quiet places. You remember who you are when you are alone beneath the trees, when you sit in meditation, when you look up at the stars and feel the vastness of your purpose. You do not need to shout your message. You do not need fame or recognition. Your energy speaks louder than any words. Your mere presence transforms the vibration of a room, but only when your inner light is tended to, respected, and kept alive. Sometimes you may feel misunderstood. You might even dim your own light to make others feel more comfortable. But know this: you were not born to fit in. You were born to lift others up. You are here to guide, not follow, to awaken, not please, to shine, not shrink. The path of the Lightbringer is not always easy. It requires deep self-care, boundaries, discernment, time away from noise. But when you honor your need for stillness, you become a lighthouse in a world that's lost at sea. Your soul came here to serve, not from sacrifice, but from overflow. Not to rescue, but to remind others of their own inner light by keeping yours burning strong. So step fully into your quiet power. Retreat when needed, recharge in nature, and know that every time you choose peace, every time you choose compassion over chaos, every time you pause to listen to the wisdom within, you are fulfilling your mission. You were born to be light. Now let it shine. If you scored between 220 and 280, the ancient soul yours is not a new soul. You are what mystics call an old soul, a being who has walked through many lifetimes, witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, and carried forward the quiet memory of all you've seen, all you've learned, and all you've loved. There is a calmness about you, not born of ignorance, but of deep spiritual memory. You don't chase attention, yet people feel safer near you. You don't speak loudly, yet your silence speaks volumes. You are not flashy, but your depth is unmistakable. You carry within you the echoes of temples, stars, and forgotten truths, fragments of wisdom from across time that still shimmer beneath your skin. You may have always felt a bit different, as though the modern world moves too fast, too loudly, too superficially. While others are busy chasing, achieving, or proving, your soul yearns for stillness, simplicity, and sacred connection. You're not here to play the loudest role. You're here to anchor the light in the most subtle yet powerful way. You may be shy or reserved, preferring the company of trees over crowds and soul conversations over small talk. But don't mistake your quietness for weakness. Your very presence is healing. Your energy is like a warm hearth, gentle, ancient, and deeply reassuring. To sit beside you is to feel the chaos of life begin to soften, to remember something long forgotten. This is your sacred gift. You carry a heart that knows how to love beyond judgment, a heart that can hold space for pain without turning away, a heart that forgives with grace, not because it's easy, but because it understands the soul behind the story. You often care deeply, even when you pretend not to. You observe more than you speak. You understand more than you reveal. And while others might chase purpose in the form of achievement, your true purpose lies in simply being who you are, a vessel of presence, compassion, and ageless truth. You are someone who lives close to the sacred, even if you never use that word. Perhaps you're drawn to the moon, to old books, to quiet forests, to candlelight, to music that seems to come from a time long before this one. These aren't quirks, they are clues to the essence of your soul. At times, your depth may make you feel lonely. It's not that you're alone, it's that your soul longs for real connection, beyond the surface, beyond the noise. And even if the world doesn't always understand you, the universe does, and it surrounds you with synchronicities, quiet reminders, and unseen support. So trust your path, even if it's silent, even if it's slow, even if no one else sees it. You are transforming the world not by force, but by frequency. With every kind thought, every forgiving breath, every moment you choose love over fear, the light you anchor ripples outward in ways you'll never fully see. You are not here to chase the light. You are here to remember that you are the light. You always have been. Did any part of this message touch your heart or feel deeply true to you? If it did, leave a comment below and share your thoughts, Your story or insight might inspire someone else on their own journey. If you found this video meaningful, please click the like button. It helps more people discover this message. And if you'd like to receive more spiritual guidance, soul reflections, and content that helps you reconnect with your true self, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Your light matters. Thank you for being here, Star.